day 6. I've been awake about 18 hours now. I got up early at about 6 o'clock this morning. It's almost midnight now. But I've had quite a range of different energy levels today compared to yesterday. So very similar to yesterday, but I had a spring in my step this morning right through to the afternoon. And then around 6 p.m. early evening, my energy started tailing off slightly. But I went to another ecstatic dance tonight. So just keeping in with the groove of last night and really glad to have gone. This one was a little far away, so I had a little travel sickness on the way, which I think is probably to do with having an empty stomach and just going up and down these mounds on the way. But really, really good night. The gong bath that we had at the end of the ecstatic dance, we had a gong bath, and it was very relaxing. My friend and I fell asleep during the session, and what was really interesting was there was a flash of light, and it was a photographer with a large lens that had kind of crept into the meditation room and decided to start taking pictures with a large flash, kind of paparazzi style. He was taking one after the next, and someone in the centre of the meditation room got up and kind of reacted and said, "Can you stop that now?" Because it was actually disrupting our peaceful state towards the end of this meditation session. And the photographer didn't stop, at which point I reacted and reiterated what the other guy had said, at which point he did stop. So I had this rush of energy because I felt so angry about it, but I just kind of observed it. Whereas usually I might be kind of more in the state on a normal day, I would have been more in the state of staying angry for a longer period of time. I could observe myself almost sitting there in the room as if it wasn't me speaking, even though I knew that it was, but I was able to step out of it. And I think that's definitely to do with the meditation, as well as perhaps the fasting this week, that has made me less, I don't want to say less reactive, but after a reaction, the effect of it was less subjective in a sense. So that was a positive thing. Another beautiful thing that happened during that meditation was the sounds that kind of penetrated us, created a beautiful visualization of perfect symmetry in my mind. So something just kind of clicked. Other than that, I'm in a strange place where I'm in two places where after 6 days I'm finally starting to crave food a little bit, whereas I didn't have that before. I was surprised that I didn't feel hungry, but now I can. But then I also looked at a plate of food and looked at it in a completely different way, just thinking about what that would do to the inside. And that's definitely to do with the study this week. I've been studying the anatomy of the digestive tract and in great detail, looking at a lot of pictures and the direct effects of meat on the body and other acidic substances, fizzy pop, which I don't drink usually anyway, but the obvious ones, sugar, what it does to your insides. So just being aware of all of that, but seeing a large plate of local food with a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of fried food, I just looked at it and all I could think about tonight was, yes, I'm hungry, but not for that. I wouldn't want to put that into my body right now. So my body's very aware of what it needs right now. After the fast, I'll be coming off it very gradually. So I'll be tomorrow night when I come off the fast, I'll be eating some light fruit to start with, and that's advisable. Definitely not to eat a heavy meal. So it'll be interesting to see and feel the difference of how that feels to eat again after this amount of time. The dancing was great. I felt in tune with the music once I closed my eyes and was freestyle dancing, but I was definitely alert, but